Now, if I were the mayor of a smaller town in Ukraine, I would argue exactly the same way that the mayor has argued already. But I can tell you that as a mayor of a smaller town outside of Toronto, I can tell you that the prosperity in Toronto and the lessons learned from the progress that Toronto has made can be transferable to all the major cities and communities throughout the country. So my central premise is if you don't have strategic planning and plans in place in most of your other communities, then let Kiev lead the way, and those lessons can be shared all the way across the country, and I think to the benefit of the country as a whole. The United Nations just recently said in their UN Habitat State of Cities report that cities can make countries rich because the high concentration of people enables industry to produce more goods more cheaply. High population densities in cities reduce transaction costs, make public spending on infrastructure and services cheaper, and make the generation and diffusion of knowledge easier. And in turn, these factors attract the fast-growing sectors of an economy into cities. I think that's especially true in major cities like Kiev. And Kiev has the kind of critical mass to support the financial services and the innovation and creativity that comes out of that. It has the infrastructure to support a higher density that many other municipalities will not have and probably won't have for quite some time. And it has the cultural and academic institutions that actually encourage and inspire innovation. And innovation is largely what drives major cities in terms of their technological advance, their creative thinking, the ability to actually find new products and new ideas and new ways of providing leadership that actually moves municipalities and regions in a much more positive way. And I think the energy of the student population in Kiev could be and should be spectacular, and I think will transform Kiev all by itself. The capitals have the ability to generate new opportunities I just talked about, and capital gravitates towards major centers that are growing and are seen to be an opportunity to actually produce additional knowledge-based economies and industries, and certainly Kiev is one of those areas where you can actually you have the talent, you have the applied technology research and training, you have talented people in your community, so industries want to gravitate there to actually take advantage of all of that talent that exists in this city. And lastly, capitals build momentum. And the momentum of all the things that I've talked about, once you get momentum and once the plan starts to take hold, that momentum will generate other activity and attract new investment from around the world that actually drives the city of Kiev forward, but drives the entirety of the country's economy forward all at the same time. I do want to reiterate what my supportive friend said a little while ago, and that is the cultural sense of place that attracts people to a community. It's very true that talented people have the ability to work just about anywhere in the world today. And what is it that's going to attract them to Kiev or any other place? And it's really that sense of place, that dynamic, culturally dynamic place that they can actually enjoy and have a good quality of life, and a good place for them to raise their family and kids. And they look for those places specifically because their talent is transferable. So if they find that here in Kiev, then you've got a winning location for them to be in. And certainly the cultural capacity of the community needs to be enhanced so that it becomes the place of choice for new talent to arrive in your city. So I want to thank you. I fully support the notion that even though I'm from a smaller town next to a larger city, that the larger city can be a great engine for the economy of not only the surrounding cities, but the entire country as a whole. Thank you.